Wicca is an ancient history that has been practiced by many, well, since forever. More specifically, it's practiced by a group called the Celts around the Egyptian era. Around that time as well, there was a lot of practices, there was a lot of different landscapes, different people, different groups, so there was not one practice or group of people known as Wiccans at the time. Today's Wiccas, however, practice more nature, and it's a nature worship and connection. Anyway, as I was saying before, Wicca has been around forever, but it was not widely known or widely organized, especially in something called the Burning Times, which is spanning from the Crusades, the Spanish Inquisition, the Salem witch trials. And it is a time period where persecution of anybody who was not in the Roman Catholic Church was heavy, specifically Wiccas, though, because of their witchcraft or view of magic. The Roman Catholic Church also heavily persecuted Wiccas because of a verse found in Exodus 22:18, which states, "You shall not allow a sorceress to live." So, they practiced in hiding until around the 20th century, when it became more organized, and in the 1960s and 1970s, the term Wicca was actually coined and very much used, and became what today is known as Wicca and Wiccan practices. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary of Wicca states a religion influenced by pre-Christian beliefs and practices of Western Europe that affirms the existence of supernatural power, such as magic, and of both male and female deities who inherit in nature, and that emphasizes ritual observance of seasonal and life cycles.
I actually have a friend who is a pagan priest, so I got a hold of him and we did a little interview with him, and when I asked him about it, this definition was true.
And this definition counters the commonly held notion that Wiccas practice magic in an unclean way, or a way used to hurt other people, worship Satan, or gain some magical power as if they are a villain in a movie.
Yeah, we'll go through the interview, and she'll ask the questions while I answer for my friend.
Okay, so the first question is, what are some of the basic tenets or beliefs of Wicca? These tenets or beliefs would be the equivalent to what in Christian religion is known as like the 10 Commandments or so.
So they have 9 basic tenets known as the nine noble virtues, and they are courage, discipline, fidelity, honor, hospitality, industriousness, perseverance, self-reliance, and truth. And you can find out what each of these mean exactly in the picture.
What are some of the gods and goddesses that are commonly worshipped in Wicca?
Okay, so for pagans, and for him specifically, my friend practices the worship of Thor, Odin, Tyr, and we believe it's pronounced Timdel. They are considered to be Norse gods, and in Norse mythology, the gods belong to the Aesir, or the principal gods of their pantheon. And they are worshipped through meditating on the symbols and verses given to them by the gods or goddesses. And then Wiccas worship the Greco-Roman goddess Hecate, so there is some differences on that front.
Okay. And what are other ways that Wicca can be practiced?
They tend to build things or do tasks that they then dedicate to that god or goddess that they are worshiping. These tasks tend to differ from god to goddess and from individual to individual, but all who practice Wicca or paganism go out of their way to do the 9 virtues in the name of their specific god or goddess.
And speaking for your friend, what does witchcraft mean when he hears that? What does he associate that with?
Okay, so when he practices witchcraft, it's through semiology, with mental and physical effort to focus his whole body on a task, or to use his willpower and belief to alter what is happening, and to instill confidence in himself, or to put all his body's effort to heal or cleanse him. This is a common view on and way of practicing witchcraft within pagan and Wicca sects.
Okay, and then how does Wicca and paganism differ from other religions that focus on a direct connection with nature, such as Buddhism or Hinduism?
Okay, Wiccas connect with the light of the sun and the health of the earth to become one with the energy around them and maintain its health. The gods and goddesses are also different between Wicca and Buddhism, Hinduism, as well as how each religion achieves these things. So Buddhists tend to seek inner peace by accepting the fact that their energy is within themselves and not their bodies. Hindus tend to achieve this inner peace through their gods and goddesses, and as stated before, Wiccas achieve it through worship of nature.
And final question, why does your friend personally choose to practice Wicca or paganism over other religions?
He found that practicing Wicca and paganism is more, the people in it are more accepting, and it just made more sense to him. And he's found that very few of his fellow Wiccans and pagans are, like you said, the stereotypical bad that you see in movies. There are hate groups which butcher the religion, as there are in any other religion. And they are the ones that practice it in a negative way, such as doing basically hate crimes. But the people that he works with, well, and serves with, they want you to ask questions. They want you to find your own path to enlightenment, which is very refreshing for him.
Nice.